And the next important thing that we studied was the measures of central tendency or measures of location. So the purpose of these calculations or these analysis is to identify a number which is close to the center of distribution of observations and which can represent them all. Like if you have 100 observations, then obviously you cannot represent the group or represent the population with all those 100 numbers. You have to pick up a number which might represent all of them. So that number is the central number, and that the measurement of that number or the calculation of that number is known as the measures of central tendency or measures of location. So measures of location, they represent where the cluster of observations is located, and there are three common statistics for that: mean, median, and mode. So mean is the most familiar and the useful measure of central tendency, and it is calculated by dividing the sum of a set of observations by the number of observations. And the symbols used for the mean are the mu and x bar, mu for the population mean and x bar for the sample mean. And these are the formula for the calculation of mean values, and we had done a number of exercises in the class to find out or to calculate the mean value. For example, this one example that is the maximum diameter of the cap of 5 specimens of an edible fungus. So these are the individual observations. So we take the sum of these observations and divide that sum by the number of observations. So we get the result, which is the mean maximum diameter of the cap of edible fungus is 8.38 centimeters. And for the group data, because most of the times we have large number of observations and they're arranged in the form of frequency table, so we have to do the calculations directly from the frequency table. So for that purpose, we have the formula of mean values, which include the summation fx divided by summation f. Summation f here is the number of observations, and summation fx is when we multiply the frequency of individual frequency class with their frequencies. So that is known as the summation fx. So this is how we calculate the mean values. This is one class. This is the frequency class, the number by which the frequency class is identified, which is 68, and this is the frequency of the class, that how many times this number is represented in the data. This is 69 and this is represented 2 times. So fx is the number which is the multiplication of frequency and the frequency class. Then the next measure of central tendency is median. Median is the middle observation in a set of observations which have been ranked in magnitude, and they are arranged in ascending or descending order. For example, this data, so first we have to arrange this data in the form of ascending or descending order. So we have it arranged. Now what is the middle observation? So how many observations are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number of observations divided by 2, which is 7, divided by 2, which is 3.5. So 3.5 observation from right and 3.5 observation from the left side. That gives us the median value, which is 12 in this case. Mode. A class in frequency distribution which contains more observations than any other, that is known as the mode value. So this is a frequency distribution with more than one mode or more than one distinct peak in a histogram is known as the multimodal distribution. So if it has only one mode value, it is unimodal. If it has 2, it is bimodal. If it has more, it is multimodal, like these are. So this one has one peak. This is unimodal. This one has 2 peaks. This is bimodal, and this one has multiple peaks. This is multimodal distribution. So in statistics, not just the measures of central tendency or measures of location is important. It's also important to measure the variability or to calculate the measures of dispersion. So what is variability? Variability is important because the values of a characteristic, they differ from individual to individual, and that is the very basic reason we use statistics, because there is nothing absolute. Usually, and the the term itself means that the characteristic that we are studying, that differs from individual to individual in the population. So therefore, it is not enough simply to give the measure of central tendency. We have to give the measure of variability as well, that how much the data is variable, how much it is spread over different observations. And the mathematically defined measures of variability, the most basic ones include range, standard deviation, and variance. Range is the simplest one. It is the simplest measure of variability, and it indicates the highest and the lowest observation in a distribution, and it shows how wide the distribution is over which the measurements are spread. Then the next one is standard deviation. It is the most widely applied measure of variability, and it is calculated directly from all observations of a particular variable. And these are the formula for calculating standard deviation. This one is for the population, and this one is for the sample. Now the terms in the formula x minus x bar means deviation from mean, that how much an individual value differs from the mean value. Then x minus x bar square, when we take the square of that deviation, and summation x minus x bar square means that when we calculate the individual square of deviations for all values in the sample and then we take their sum, that is known as the sum of squares of deviation, or simply the sum of squares. And the other term is n minus 1, which is degree of freedom. So this is one example. Calculate the standard deviation of these 10 observations. So first we will calculate their mean values, and then we will calculate their individual deviation from mean values. We'll take their square, we'll take the sum of this column, and we will write down our results as mean plus minus 10 deviation. Shoot length is 81.4 plus minus 2.5 millimeters. We did these calculations in the class, and we had other examples as well for which we did all these calculations. And this is the formula for the group data, because most of the times we have frequency tables because we have large number of observations. So in that case we don't have to go for each observation one by one. We can just use the frequency table and do the calculation right from there. So this is the formula for the group data. And we will take the example that we were using, the shoot length example, in which we had 100 observations. So we did that exercise in the class, and this is the result that we had, that the mean plus minus 10 deviation shoot length is 74 plus minus 2.34 millimeters. And this is the table for the calculation of standard deviation for the group data. So we have fx for the calculation of mean, then we have the deviation from mean values, then multiplied by frequency, and we take its sum, and this is known as the sum of squares. Another important measure of variability is variance, and variance is used in certain statistical techniques, and it is the square of standard deviation. So this is the same formula, except that it is the square of the standard deviation. So this is how the variance is calculated. Again, we did all these exercises in the class.